You're on the line with Jamal Meeks, former Indiana Hoosier, number 23, 1992. And I'm on the beat with Jim Cole.
Today's guest is brought to you by Reynolds Family Dentistry of Sellersburg. You need $1 million smile for those championship photos, and that's exactly what you'll get with Reynolds Family Dentistry. Welcome back to Indiana Sports Beat with Coy O'Leary, coming to you from the Golf Club at Eagle Point Studios, powered by Rivals. Joined now by who's your favorite, DJ White. DJ, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Cannot complain. Todd Leary's with us here as well, joining in.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Oh, doing great.
It's a weird time out there for us, DJ. I know we talked to a lot of former players, guys, that you made it back from overseas, which I know that had to be scary for you, but you got back safely, I guess, in Maryland right now. How are things going in that regard?
Everything's good, man. It definitely was a weird time being out of the country with all this going on, but they canceled our season, and I left the next day to make it back home safely. So I'm just happy to be back with my family in a safe environment.
Yeah, and we're glad to have you back. So what are you doing? What's a DJ White do to spend the time? I know we've talked to several guys, like I said, Jordan, who got back, Jordan Holes, and you guys got to try to stay in shape because even though the season's canceled, it's not permanently. So, and yet that's difficult to do. How are you managing through that?
Well, fortunately I had some equipment here at my home in my basement to use. So I've been able to, lift, and I go out in the backyard and do some agility drills, box jumps and run and stuff. So run around the neighborhood. So I've been fortunate enough to have the space to be able to do some of the things that I need to do on a daily basis.
Todd's going to be heading over to his house.
Yeah, no, that's not like physical activity.
Come on, man. I can put you through a workout for sure.
If you said you were cooking food, I'd be headed over. Hey, what? Given the circumstances and the situation, obviously, a lot of this started over in Europe, or at least that's what we think, or whatever. Do you plan on going back? Are you going to go back and play? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think this season is going to be over. We play in two competitions over in Turkey. That's a country I'm in, the Turkish League and in the European League called the Euro Cup. As of right now, both leagues are just suspended. And I think Euro Cup wants to continue. I don't see how. So my guess is we're done. But next season I'll definitely be back. I have a contract for another year with my team. So I anticipate in August, September that I'll be headed back over.
Awesome.
How much longer do you think you're wanting to play? I know it's a drain because we talked to several of these guys, and you're out of the country for so much of the year, and it's a difficult life, but it's also it's what you're made to do, and then I know you enjoy it a lot. So how much longer do you think that's something you want to continue? I'm
coming to the end, man. I think this might be my last year, or if not, I think I'll play one more. Thing for me is just I still love the game. But I have a family now. I have a wife and three kids. About to have 3 kids. I have another baby girl coming in the end of this month, April 27th. So things have changed for me. So I think if this isn't my last year, I'll give it one more, and then I think I'll call it a day.
So what's new for DJ after that? Are you looking at coaching? I know a lot of guys do academies. There's all kinds of different things to work in that regard. What are your thoughts?
Me and coaching, probably not. I don't think I had the patience to coach. So I've grown to love in finance. So I think that's something that I might get into. I've been dabbling in a little real estate also, so kind of getting away from the basketball world for me. I always love it, and definitely pay attention to it and watch it and things like that. But as far as coaching or training or something, I don't think that's something that I'll go into.
DJ sounds like he was in business school at Indiana because he's making a very smart business decision here.
I should have. I wish I did. At this point, so.
Do you keep in contact with any of the guys, or what guys from your teams do you keep in contact with?
I keep in contact with Lance, Lance, Earl Calloway, both of those guys were in my wedding. Talk to those guys often. On a
Earl
consistent
Calloway,
basis,
boy,
probably just those two.
Earl Calloway is a name I would have not thought of for a while. I forgot all about. I love that guy.
Yeah. Well, he lives here with me in Georgia. I mean, we live like he lives in the south of Atlanta, and I live north of Atlanta. So we're probably like 45 minutes apart. So we get to see each other sometimes in the summer. And
That's
me
awesome.
and Lance, that was my college, that was my roommate. So we talk often as well.
Lance Stillmer, he's a great friend of the show. Appreciate him. He's into coaching now. He's down to coaching at Providence High School in Southern Indiana.
Yeah, I saw that. I think they made it, if I'm not mistaken, to the sectionals. I don't know if
I think they won. I think they won their sectional. I think they won a sectional this year.
They did. Yep, they did.
Right. So
congratulations
I'm happy for him. He's doing good.
So are you able to follow? I know, but when you're out of the country, it's a lot more difficult. But are you able to follow Indiana basketball much?
I follow. I honestly don't get a chance to watch the games just because of the time difference. If they play an early game, like a CBS game, I might be able to catch it because of the time difference. But I always check the box scores. I follow them on the ESPN app, so it comes to my phone all the time. So I see the scores and all the news and things like that.
And when you're out of the country, very difficult to get back to a game. How long has it been since you've been to an IU game?
Man, I went to one when I was playing in the States in the NBA. Maybe that was like 2009, 10, I think. So it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. Wow. That's one of my goals when I finish is to get to a game, to get back on campus and see some of the people, see a game and things like that.
You won't recognize Assembly Hall when you come back and see it now with all the renovations and things they've done.
That's what I hear, and the names changed, right? Is it?
Yeah, Simon Scott. Yeah, it's totally different than what you'll remember it. And I know you guys had way better and nicer locker rooms than what we had. Wait till you see what these guys have now. I mean, they like live in a 5-star Trump hotel right now. It's
oh well, I'm jealous, man.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, I remember, Todd, the locker room you had. I don't know if it's the same DJ has had. It was probably similar.
It definitely was not. Trust me.
Yeah, they remodeled it. I think my freshman year they remodeled it a little bit, so it changed. But I saw the old one, I think. So yeah, we got to upgrade.
That was
for
the
sure.
first. That was the first remodel since 1971. So
Exactly.
it was a little different.
So what else is going on, DJ? What are you looking at doing while you're home? I know you're going to stay in shape, but do you spend this time with your family? And congratulations again on that growing family of yours. But that's got to be a unique experience because you've been playing ball for so long professionally that this is something you haven't been able to do for, well, I guess maybe never. I mean, with the family.
Yeah, I've never been home at this time, and it's been good. It's been good just being able to spend time with my kids. My wife definitely enjoys it. She's I'm really working a 9-to-5 here in my own house. I'm cooking, cleaning, doing all kind of things, yard work. So she's enjoying it more than me. but it's fun. It's cool just to sit and relax for a little bit. I guess it's giving me a taste of early retirement.
Man, and do you get to run across any of your former teammates or just any people with Indiana connections out on the road when you're playing out of the country?
Yeah, you play against anybody over in the same league you're in?
Let me see. I don't think I have. I think most
guys?
of those guys, I think Jordan is in Germany,
he's in Germany.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's in Germany. And
a couple other guys are in, I think, Italy. I was in Italy a couple years back, but I haven't ran against anybody.
You have anybody else on your team that we would even know of that's from Big Ten or from a school we would know of?
On my team, let's see. He's older, Sammy Mahia. He went to DePaul.
So you're the headliner for sure.
What is it like
I'm
playing
sorry.
in a foreign country like that? You know, after playing in somewhere like Indiana, what's it like playing in a foreign country like in Turkey? I mean, well, obviously they like basketball, but it's not quite the same. But and then you got the differences in life and culture and all that. It's just got to be a weird experience, even after you're there for a while.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, as far as basketball, you have your big teams with the big crowds. I mean, it's definitely not a college atmosphere like Assembly Hall. You know, it's just different. They're really a soccer, what they call it, football over this way. But they come to the games. Like I said, depends on the team. It could be a full out craziness, or it could be nobody in the stands. And as far as living, it's definitely an adjustment. I lived in Istanbul. That's probably for 2 years. It's probably one of my favorite cities. The traffic was like nothing I've ever seen. It's worse than Atlanta traffic. It's worse than New York. It's the worst thing you ever seen.
That's hard to beat.
Yeah, but I could find anything I need as far as, you know, food or, you know, entertainment. If I wanted to go to a movie, if I want to go to the mall, so those things are kind of similar to the States.
So if you go to a movie, is it in English?
Yeah, you just got to get online and make sure that particular movie is in English.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, I go to the movies often by myself while I'm there.
Now, is your family over there, or do they stay here?
They stay here, man. We decided just because I have an older daughter. She's in middle school, and you know, we just didn't want to keep moving her. She wants to be here with her friends and things like that. And plus, my wife couldn't travel this year because she was pregnant or whatnot. So, you know, we just decided to just stay, man. It's definitely tough, but you know,
is she from the Atlanta area? Is she from the Atlanta area?
I'm sorry?
Is she from the Atlanta area? Because you're from Alabama,
No,
right?
she's from California. We actually met here in Atlanta, but she's from California originally.
Gotcha.
It's actually great timing, I guess, with everything that's going on, that they ended up staying home this season for you.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what she said. It's good, man, with her being pregnant in a foreign country and this, you know, this thing that's going on, very crazy time. So, you know, it worked out for the best.
Does Turkey still have like the wild dogs running on the street and the guys walking up and down with machine guns?
Yes. That's funny, you know that, man. That's one thing I do not like about Turkey is when I said I lived in Istanbul, is so many people there, and I feel like it's as many dogs running on the street as there is people walking around, man. It's crazy.
It doesn't make any sense. I never understood it.
Hey,
I don't either.
DJ, when I have like Jordan and the Holes and those guys around, I always ask them about getting an IU team together for like the TBT or something like that, because we see a lot of schools involved in that. We haven't seen an IU team. Interest in that when you get back?
I just talked to AJ Moye. Sent me a message on Instagram about he's trying to get up a team. I don't think it's going to happen this year. I don't think, you know, it's going to be able to play because of what's going on, but I'll be definitely interested once I finish.
AJ Moye, is there a 40 and over league?
I guess, man.
What's he thinking?
Maybe he's going to coach, man.
Team, but experience beats it all. I hope so. We'll see.
But
yeah, I'll definitely be interested when I finish. It'll be cool. And I watch that tournament every summer to see, you know, Syracuse gets a team together. I think West Virginia had one last year. Ohio State always has one. So it would be cool for us to get one together and see what we can do. Give the fans something to see.
Yeah, and they have that Elam ending, which is a cool, unique thing. I really, we've talked about that a lot, but we haven't talked to someone who's played in anything that have you played in anything that had that Elam ending?
I haven't, but I like it. If I'm not mistaken, I think the NBA All-Star game was something similar to that.
Yeah.
At the end, and it just brings out the competitiveness in the game, and I like it. Just compete, and you know, it gives the game an extra flair, so to speak, and I'm all for it.
Now, that's something cool that we can see and stuff like that. But is that something you could ever imagine seeing in, like, college basketball?
I don't think so. Not in college basketball. I think college basketball format is fine, but I don't like the shot clock. It's just too long for me. But it's entirely too long, 35 seconds. You can run like 4 different plays in one shot. Like, that's too long. But I don't see it in college.
Well, DJ, man, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time out to join us. I wish you and your family well. Congratulations again on the impending birth of your next child. We look forward to checking in with you and staying updated on what's going on with you.
Cool, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
This is Jim Coyle from Indiana Sports Beat with Coyle and Leary. Indiana Sports Beat is now a part of the Rivals Network. You can go to thehoosier.com to sign up. It's free. Catch the show there each day live or at your convenience. You can also like or follow us on Facebook, follow the show's rebroadcast anywhere you podcast. If we're not on a radio station where you live, we should be. Let your local station know they need to carry Indiana Sports Beat with Coyle and Leary, or simply go to thehoosier.com.